Would you call this freedom? We were told that killing our shame would make us free. We taught people to be themselves, to stop caring what others think. But when shame vanishes, sometimes freedom, it becomes chaos. Because shame, for all its cruelty, was also a behavior border. A quiet reminder that our actions still exist in relation to others. Once it's gone, the ego becomes the master and the slave in the same time. People record their humiliation for whatever reason, monetize it and call it authenticity. Not to destroy their shame, but to prove they never had any. Shame, it gets easily confused with guilt. But guilt targets behavior, while shame targets identity. This is the critical difference, because behavior can be changed, while identity must be defended.
But I really felt like I was coming out of an oyster. Like all these jewels were like made in this shell.
Shame convinces you that the flaw is not in your actions, but in your core. And once installed, it becomes self-sustaining. You do not need anyone to shame you. You'll do it yourself. The line between expressing yourself and destroying yourself has disappeared. It becomes exposure therapy on a global scale. While shame stands in the corner, watching the human species that decided it was unnecessary. While many will blame it, shame still has its function. It is the emotion that measures distance between what we are and what we believe we should be. If you remove that distance, the self gets confused. When a person feels no shame, they can no longer distinguish between boldness and violation. When a culture feels no shame, it can no longer distinguish between honesty and exhibition. By the way, those are really small hands. To be clear, I'm not defending the cages of the past. Shame has destroyed people. It has been weaponized by families, religions, and regimes. But when the last drop of it disappears, we become exposed. A person without shame is not necessarily honest. Sometimes they are simply unguarded enough to be harvested completely. That's the reason why the feed fills with public breakdowns, while the audience applauds because the performance gives them permission to be unguarded too. But unguarded, it means predictable, easy to control. A citizen easier to sell to, because they learn to sell themselves first. But you see, when we stop caring how we appear to others, we stop looking at ourselves entirely. And a mind that does not reflect is a mind that can be programmed. Are you one of them? If you think that when society loses its capacity for shame, it gains freedom, you're wrong. It loses reflection.